Hey everybody, it's Simply D, and we're back with another episode of In the Blind, or as I like to call it, My Life in the Blind. And today we're talking about motivation. Okay, so we're now in May of 2017, and it's around this time of year where people start looking back at the goals they've set for themselves and they say, wow, I'm doing really good, or wow, what has happened, right? We start evaluating where we are and what's going on in our lives, and we start looking at, am I winning or am I losing? And a lot of times, people come to the realization that they feel like they're not really doing what they envisioned they would be doing at this time of the year. Now, this isn't just a 2017 thing, it's not a political thing. It just happens. We just, by nature tend to evaluate progress and whether or not we feel we are progressing or not, right? So, this topic has come up in my home recently, and we've been talking about how do we stay motivated? Now, it's funny because my wife and I, we are very, very active in terms of the community and church and stuff like that. But there are things where we still feel like, we need to stay motivated in certain areas of our lives. And it's not always the easiest thing because, quite frankly, tired. Like sometimes you just get tired, right? So, and it also has to do with, what else is going on in your life, right? So, on social media recently, I've seen a lot of people asking, and people have been asking me directly, how do you stay motivated? How do you continue to push forward when it just feels like nothing that you are doing is working? Well, I tell them first off, I work in entertainment as well as other sectors where, you can have really good hot streaks. Things can be just going like crazy and you're just wondering when you're going to get the next chance to breathe. And then 2 days later, you just find yourself sitting around waiting for the phone to ring or figure out what's happening or why is this not moving at the speed that it was moving at 2 days ago, stuff like that, right? And as a motivational speaker and as somebody who is a life coach for a lot of different people, you have to know how to deal with the realities of where you are today, right? So a lot of people, they lose motivation because they're so busy looking so far into the future that they have lost sight of what they're doing today. It's great to set goals. You have to set goals so that you know when you're moving in the right trajectory. I have messed that word up. But you have to know that you're moving in the right direction, right? But at the same time, you still need to be able to experience your today. It's the things that happen in your today that often fuel your ability to move into your tomorrow. Right. And a lot of times we just are so future focused that we're not in a place where we can say, you know what, though, today I had that candy bar and that was perfect. Or today, I had a chance to hug my wife. Like for me, I look forward to certain times of the day. I look forward to the time when I get to, wake up next to my wife. For some reason, that just gives me a great spark to start my day. And then even if I'm not feeling well, like for some of you guys who don't know, like I'm diabetic. So a lot of times, like even this morning, right? I woke up and because my guide dog was barking and she never barks, which means something was going on that I need to be aware of. So, of course, the family got me up. They said, something's going on. Gypsy's barking and she doesn't do that. So what's up, right? Well, she was right on time. Let me explain. So there was something going on outside and she wanted to draw our attention to it. And I love this dog. Like, I love this dog. But something else happened and I was like, this is interesting. I'm so glad I ended up getting woken up because my sugar had plummeted. Like it had just dropped. And for me, it was a very low number and I was getting to the point to where I was shaky, this, that, and the other. But I don't know what happens, in this bond between me and my guide dog, but she's always very aware of how I'm doing, like whether it's asthma, diabetes, whatever. And she's going to make it a point to make me aware that something's wrong with me as well as something is wrong with, the environment around me. So like I said, I love this dog. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so, staying motivated is one of those things that you have to figure out what you're doing it for. Let me explain that a little bit. A lot of times we are looking for great levels of success. We want to change the world, or we just want to change the way our wallet looks from moment to moment. Like, we know it looks like, really thin, and we really want it to not be able to even fold. We want it to be able to, we need more. Like, a lot of times we are thriving and striving for more. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. It passed. Nope, it's back. Anyway, so, but we're always just trying to get that more. But what do you want the more for? See what I did there? Yeah, I know you did. So anyway, a lot of times we are searching so hard or working so hard towards something that we forget why we're even working toward that thing. And it causes us to lose sight of the purpose and the thing that is driving us toward that thing. Like, every business I've ever been a part of, everything I've ever started has always been about one thing for me, which is the fact that I love people. Right? I want to see them do better. I want to help people not feel the way I used to feel when I was younger, when it comes down to like low self-esteem. And, then I met these incredible mentors who took me in and said, hey, I believe in your abilities and I believe in you. So I'm going to invest my time into you. And that's what I've done for, a lot of different people, because someone did it for me. So whether it was a management company so that we could help artists discover whether or not this industry was really where they wanted to be, or if there was a talent that they really should focus on more so than trying to be the star that they envisioned on TV because they thought the road would be easy, So, or life coaching. I love talking to people about their goals, hopes, dreams, and helping them to figure out what's going on and how to get from point A to point B, and then from B to C and C to D, because a lot of times people are trying so hard to get from A directly to Z that they miss all the steps that make Z possible. So, hope you caught that there. So I love that idea of, we can take this journey together. We can get where we're going. And it's very possible to get there if you stay focused on those reasons that make you even want to do it. Now, I know that there's this incredible image of living the good life and having everything you want and not having to worry about money or things of that nature. But let me be honest with you. Like, sometimes it's in that process of having to figure it out that you find the greatest joy. You don't like the stress that it brings, but everything in its own way brings a level of stress. Success brings stress the same way that, trying to figure out how to be successful can bring stress. And you have to understand your motivation. What is making you want to even go after that? Like, there are people who can talk about their favorite stars and favorite celebrities and why they want it, but half the time they don't know, half the time they don't know why they want it. Like, it's really interesting. I deal with a lot of actors. I deal with a lot of, singers, and I deal with a lot of models and people who want to accomplish certain things, but they can't tell me, or very few of them can tell me why, what the real motive is behind what they want to do. Because they just see it and say, that's what I want. Most people study for what they want. Like, I know why I enjoy singing. I know why I love building businesses, but I know why I love working with people too. And there's no better feeling than seeing them succeed. I have a young woman that I'm working with right now, and I'm working to solve a social issue that will affect her maybe 2 years from now if she continues on the path that she's going. I was going to try to say that word again, but for some reason my mouth isn't working correctly. So I'm working out this issue because I know that someone has to work the solution before she even hits that space. Because it could happen 2 years from now. It could happen if she sticks on the schedule that she's trying to go down, it could actually happen maybe even 6 months from now, as confidence builds and things of that nature. So I'm working to try to solve a social issue, which I will probably address in a different vlog because this isn't the one. But I know that there are things that we have to push through, push past. And when you're talking about staying motivated, you have to know Why? Why do you want to do that thing? Why do you want to build that ice cream shop? Have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur? Well, what motivated that for you? Are you good at sales? Do you just love ice cream? Are you the person who's going to build the ice cream business, or are you the person who's going to just be? Or are you going to be the person who designs the flavor? Are you going to be the person who goes to culinary school and works with desserts and you just love creating new flavors? You might have a passion for ice cream, but you may not have a passion for business. And it's important that you know the difference so that when you start looking at where you're trying to go, you can say, you know what? I need to focus on the thing that I'm good at. I need to focus on the thing that brings me joy, whether or not it succeeds the first time, second time, third time, or fourth time, it still brings me great joy. And once you lock in, now that's a very, business structured way of doing it, but once you lock in on where your passion is about the thing that you're asking, how do I stay motivated about it? That's when you can say, oh, that's why I do it. And that's how I'm going to get back up and do it again. Okay. So I hope this made sense to you. I'm going to be bringing you guys more videos. Sometimes I'm going to be, sometimes I'm going to be, I'm trying to do it once every week, but my schedule isn't always the easiest to deal with, and in some things I just can't show you, but I am trying to do once a week for you guys. Sometimes you might get more though, because there's a lot of things coming around the corner that, like I'm going on vacation soon. So I'm definitely taking you guys on the vacation with me, but, I'll keep you guys updated. Anyway, drop your questions down below. If you have any questions, anything you'd like me to talk about, anything that you are dealing with, whether you're in the sighted community, blind community, because I'm telling you guys, they're actually very parallel. And, but if you have anything you want to talk about, anything that you guys want to discuss, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like I said, comment and subscribe to this. And if you really want to know when I'm posting these videos and these updates and occasional vlogs, hit that bell and it will notify you every time I post. Okay. So, other than that, you guys have a great week. I'm Simply D. Bye for now.